the currency of new era consciousness, I believe, is going to be intuition and knowing how to communicate that from our vibrational level of source, okay? Our vibrational level of source. And when we can communicate from that, we will be able to communicate from our listening first. And we'll be able to listen and pick up the vibration of others that we're in a role of a leader wanting to impart upon them. And we'll be able to also listen at a different level of listening and hear the vibration they're giving off to go down into a deeper level of being able to give and receive feedback from a different consciousness level, which requires being in tune or intuition. Are you following me with that? Kind of unpacking that? In a relative sense, one of the greatest complaints that I hear from, well, both leaders and employees is wishing that they could give and receive feedback, and that the employees want to be heard better, and they want to feel like they can safely give that feedback in a way that's respected and used. And leaders want to be able to give it and not feel like they're walking on eggshells, but also want to make sure that the feedback and the information they're giving is being used in the method that they desire, right? For the benefit of the company at large, but also for the benefit of the well-being of the employees at large. At least that's what the new conscious era is going to be, largely around the well-being, which we'll pack that in a second here. And intuitively, what happens is that because we are made of energy, we will hear somebody. Our vibrational energy will show up even before we do physically, in the full sense, and even before our words are spoken, okay? And I will hear where leaders will say, well, I shared with this direction, I shared with that direction, but it didn't happen the way that I wanted. And then I'll go or my team will, and we'll assess what was happening in the employee environment. And often what's happening is that the employees are feeling, hearing, soaking up the vibration, and that vibration, whatever vibration it's at, the tone of it, the tense of it, is being picked up, and the words are not heard in the manner that they're meant, and they are running with the vibrational tense instead. And if the words and the vibrational tense are not alignment, what do you think happens? What the direction, the charge, that was meant to happen didn't happen. And I know that our goal in this new era environment is to inspire and to influence others to move into this new era of consciousness. And if we're not aligning with our intuition and we're not at that level of vibration where we can, in the moment of speaking, can stop and recalibrate, just like I did earlier on, where I could feel my vibration was off. And I knew I could force the message on you, but instead I took a moment, listened to that inspiration I was getting, my intuition, leaned into it so I can have a better experience and I can give you a better experience. And you may think in the day-to-day how rushed it is, how the heck we're going to be able to do that. Well, that's the old paradigm. And there are going to be many that are going to defend that and that are going to fight for that. And there are going to be those that are going to recognize it and say, wait a minute, that's showing up in my energy field because it's telling me I'm missing out. I'm missing out in communicating, which is listening and delivering and vibrationally, right? And even more, but we're going to stay with that one, those three for a second in the force field of that. And I'm missing out opportunity to be able to deliver that message. And I can take and I can unpack that of when I dissect those communication breakdowns, or what I call power leaks, how much loss of time, profit or resources, and strengths and talents it can have. So if you think, well, pausing and getting into your vibration and really listening to what you need to share and recalibrating, listening to your intuition takes time. How much time does it take to go back and uh, lost time, lost revenue, wasting strengths and talents? I bet you're going to take less time by learning and finding ways to develop your sixth sense of intuition and use that in your communication. Okay.